Hey everyone, I'm back. My filming location's a little bit different today. The lighting in my normal place is a little bit crazy, and so I thought it would be better to do it here. Sorry if the lighting changes or flickers a little bit. The outside weather is crazy, and I rely a lot on natural light when I shoot. So anyways, so today I'm doing the Newbie tag, the Booktube edition of it. So let's just dig right in and get started. This originated with Brenda C. I will try to link her video down below. If I can't, then Brenda C, you're awesome. Thanks for creating the tag. So number one, why did you start this channel? Well, I have a beauty channel already on YouTube, and I kept wanting to talk about more geeky things. I wanted to talk about more books. I wanted to talk about animes, movies, all that kind of stuff. And so that's kind of how this channel formed. It is predominantly books, but there's occasionally little other things here and there. So that's how this channel came around. Number two, what's something fun and unique you think you can bring to Booktube? I think for me, it's just, I hid my geekiness for a lot of years, so I don't know that I'm necessarily bringing anything new to Booktube other than myself. I mean, I am me, I am who I am. I'm goofy, I'm quirky, and you know what? That's okay. Through most of my growing up years, I didn't really embrace this side of myself, and in my first marriage, I didn't either. But now, I learned to love who I was, and so I just think I can bring the love of who I am to everybody else. So I hope that's a sufficient answer. If not, I'm really sorry. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, number three. What are you excited about for your channel? Just a place where I can geek out. Like, that's what I am really most excited about. I can be excited and I can be geeky. Like, those two things have never really been something I've been able to focus on until recently. Probably the last year and a half, 2 years since I met my husband. Since I met my now husband and I got divorced from my first husband. During that time period, I learned a lot about who I was and what made me happy and being able to embrace that. And so I love having a place where I can geek out and share it with other people, and it's just so much fun. Number four, why do you love reading? I love reading because it's not only an escape, it relaxes me while challenging my brain at the same time. I love to read a book and create a new world. Sometimes I don't like audiobooks because then I think a certain character is supposed to sound a certain way rather than letting my mind establish how they're supposed to sound. And so I love creating the world and creating the characters in my own mind. So sometimes when they make them into a movie later, I'm disappointed with who they choose and whatnot, but I can still appreciate their interpretation of it. But I love to create my own, and that just makes me really, really happy. Number five, what got me reading? Well, one, I have a father who is a public educator. He's worked in elementary for a really long time. But I think the book that got me reading was Time Cat by Lloyd Alexander. That book has always stood out in my mind as something influential in me. It's what kind of got me into the fantasy and the sci-fi and all those things that I absolutely love and adore. Number six, what would you ask your favorite booktuber? Well, I don't have a favorite booktuber, and most of the community here on Booktube is fairly transparent. I think just the only thing would be, how do I better market myself to get a higher viewership? I think that's the only thing I would really ever ask someone on Booktube. Other than that, maybe what camera do you use or silly things like that, but just a sit down, normal conversation, I think would be the best thing for me. And then last but not least, number seven, what challenges, what do you think are going to be your challenges with your channel? I think just viewership mostly. I'm pretty confident with who I am and editing and those kind of things. Lighting is something I'm going to have to figure out with the way the windows and stuff are in my house. It makes it a little hard sometimes. But I think generally speaking, it's just going to be, you know, viewership, subscriptions, those kind of things. But at the same time, those don't really matter. I don't care if I'm talking to a void. I'm doing this mostly for myself. And if somebody else can join in and enjoy, then great. I really look forward to having you. So that's a little bit about me. I did a kind of intro to myself when I first started my channel, but I'll just say a couple things here. It's just me, my husband, and my cat right now. I'm 30 years old. I live in Utah. That's about it, really. I'm a cosmetologist by profession, so that's why I have my beauty channel. I will link that down below if anyone's interested in that. But yeah, that's just kind of me in a nutshell, and I would love it if you would hang around and subscribe and hang out with me. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you later. Bye.